Hi guys, and welcome to Visual C++ of on-screen keyboard calculator. Guys, let me show you how this works. I'm going to let's open up one of those, and I'm just going to click on anything here. Look at that. Okay, so if we click on cap lock, what will happen is we get a capital letter. There we go. It works just like any other conventional on-screen keyboard. Okay, let's lock that up. There we go. Right. All right, that's how that works. And let's see if the delete or the backspace works. Yeah, that is fine. And the space is working as well. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to take you guys straight into C++ development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. So I'm going to exit out, close all of that, start a new project entirely. Okay, I'm going to click on new, create new. Okay, once the create new project dialog is ready, make sure you select CLRMT project. If you don't know what that is, right here the platform select C++, and underneath here just look for CLRMT project and then click on next. Okay, now let's give this project a name. I'm going to call it CPP on-screen keyboard poll. That is for my second channel, really. So I'm going to click on create. Okay, guys, now the development environment is kind of like ready, but the form is not there. So let's click on the Solution Explorer here. And then the next thing is click on this property there. All right, right in there inside the properties, what we want to do is let's go to the configuration manager first. Click on that, and let's make sure you see it here, the platform. Make sure it's Win64. If you have 32-bit, okay, that's cool. You can leave that as 32-bit, but mine is 64 bits. And let's make sure this is 64-bit as well. Active solution platform, and the default is on. Then you close that. Now right here inside the configuration properties, let's select linker and then select system. Right here inside the system, you see where we have subsystem. We now want to select subsystem Windows. Drop that down. Okay, Windows subsystem Windows. Now that that is done, let's come straight to the advanced. With the advanced, where we have entry point, I'm going to make that main. Just type in main in there. Click on apply and then click on OK. There. Now the next thing you want to do is, you see right here the name of the project. Right click on it and let's select add new item. There we go. And this dialog pops up. You now want to select the UI right there. You can select the UI or you can select CLR, okay, because they both have the window form. So UI, so I'm going to select the UI, Windows Forms, and right there default name called myform.h is already there. So I'm just going to leave the default name as myform.h. Click on add. There. And this is what happened, an error pops up because right in there we don't have myform.h. So what I'm going to then do is I am going to click on the Solution Explorer right here. Click on that. Once you click on that, you double click on myform.cpp right here. Or if you notice here, it's telling you the necessary data to complete this operation is not yet available. So let's double click on myform.cpp. and right in there, what I'm going to do is, if you have the codes in your previous or in one of those old C++ program, you'll be able to see the code that I'm about to copy, or you can just make your way straight to this forum here, and right there I'm just going to click on that, and we will go straight into the forum. I will include the URL of this forum for you guys to have a look at. And this is the forum. Inside there, they've kind of like preserved the codes for us. That is it. You have it on your in your old C# anyway. So I'm just gonna copy everything here. Copy that. Come right down there and just paste it in there. The only bit that I need to change now is the name. Get rid of that. And the name of my project is CPP, and there we go. That's it right there. Double click on that, and this error should be gone. There we go. Now my form is ready, but unfortunately I won't be able to see the form not until I actually log out the whole system, more or less like refreshing the system. But before that, let's run it, then you see the form. That is the form at runtime. But the problem is at design time, the form is not there. If I log off now, close that very form, come in here to the Solution Explorer, the form is not here. So I'm going to have to close this and reopen it again. And I'll be right back. Close that. So right here, guys, I'm going to reopen the project. And there we go. So let's see the Solution Explorer now. And there is the form. My form.h. So double click on that. There, that's the form. So what we want to do now is to go straight to the properties, and I'm going to just pin that down. And right here, let's enter the following size. Let's say 1000 by, that's 1011 by 371. There we go. Okay, the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to add the following. So let's add checkbox, and I will also need some buttons, a lot of buttons actually. So that is the button. So the size of the button, I'm going to make that 52 by 52 there. And the checkbox, I'm going to change the appearance of this very checkbox. Let's give that a name, CHK. That would be caps lock. Right. Now let's come in here. You see where we have the appearance instead of normal, I'm going to change that to buttons there. And where we have auto size, I'm going to make that false. There we go. So we can change the size of that how we want. And I think that is it. Let's change the background color as well. I'm going to make that something black. Yeah. And this one too. Let's change this one to black as well. Background color black. There. Now, you see this checkbox, the check button. Now, let's change the size of that to 52 by 52 as well. 52 by 52. There. Now, for the both of them, I'm going to change the text, the font. I'm going to make that white. And that is it. Okay, and the font size, let's change the font size. I'm going to make that, let's go for about 10. And here, let's change the font to Time New Roman. There, click on OK. Maybe we should even go for bold. Yeah, bold. There. Alright, so for the check button here, this very one, I'm going to paste that in there. I'm going to change the text content to as follows. Let's say caps lock. There we go. One down. And we're going to copy this because I need another one right underneath. This one underneath is going to be my, I'm going to call that shift. Right, and I'll just look for an arrow, go online and look for an arrow, paste that underneath. So that is fine. Okay, let's just click here. I'm just going to grab one of these, copy that, minimize that, and paste it right in here. Drop this down, and let's see, paste. There we go. That's the arrow that should appear in there. There we go. So I'm going to copy this because we only need two of those. Let's dump that there. Okay, now we need to now populate the buttons. I think I'm also going to need one more shift button here. So we'll grab this, paste that in there. I'm going to call that number lock. And that'll be number lock. All right. Okay, we need some buttons now. Bring this here, bring it down a little bit. And just hold on to your control. This very one is going to be tab anyway. So let's just say tab in there, tab. And I'm going to look for some arrows as well on that. Okay, hold on to your control, click and drag. We have two now. Okay, so I'm going to have to speed this up because putting the button together will take forever. So you guys can always get that sorted. It's no big deal. All right, that's all I'm just doing, putting the button together. So this is just a tab, and right there, the very first character in there is going to be letter Q. The next one is W, E, R, T, Y, U, and so on, guys. So I'm going to have to speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, that is how my system is looking now. You see, for this tab, let's get double head arrow in there. I'm going to go back to that very website. You see in here, I'm going to copy that. That's it. Okay, copy that and minimize that. Select my tab. You guys will get all of these symbols online. Depend on how you want your system to look like. And that is it. I have my double arrow in there. Okay, that's it. All done. Now, the next thing that I'm going to show you guys is if we go online, we can always search for send keys or sender keys. So I'm going to go online, look for Microsoft send keys. Let's just come in here, type in send keys. Send keys class is called. Send keys. It is a class. Okay. Click on that. No, that's for Visual Basic. Okay. I think we'll be able to find C++ in there. There we go. I think this is it. That's for C#. And there we go. Okay, those are the lines of code that I'm looking for. Okay. If you want, you can always just change that to C++. It's all the same anyway. There, I've changed it to C++. All right, but the first thing I want to do now is I need a class to get the whole system working. We'll be back here later on. You guys need this. You're gonna need this. So I'm gonna have to copy this as well and this for you guys. So minimize that. Let's double click on anywhere in this form. Now the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to create a namespace right up here. So maybe copy this one and just dump it underneath here. There we go. And this very namespace, I'm just going to call it F. F represent function. F equals system and column window forms and so on. Let me just grab this here anyway. Let's grab all of those, dump it here. There we go. And this error should disappear. There, that's it, gone. So I'm now going to go right underneath my something pragma here. Let's come right down here, keep going. Right here, pragma and region. So press that, and I'm going to now enter a protected lines of codes in there. Okay, so let's say protected there. Down, I'm going to say virtual. Yeah, that's correct. Virtual, I say properties, right? And that is going to be the function that I declare up there, f, and that's going to be, let's say, create params for params. Let's grab this, jump it here, space, and enter curly braces. All right. So the next thing we want is we're going to say f equals param, and let's just call that param. You can call it whatever you want though. Equals underscore underscore super. Yeah, there we go. And column params. If you want to know more about this param, you can always Google it. So let's just say param dot x style. Yeah, x style. Then let's add a pipe equals, now the directory codes, that is 0x08, then 6 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6, semicolon, and we then have to return the param itself. Param return there. All right, so to get rid of all of this error, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Let's grab param and let's ask it to get the override. So copy that. I'll come up here now. Let's say param get enter parenthesis override. Press enter, open up a curly braces. There. Might as well get rid of this and just paste it right underneath here. There we go. And as you can see, the error is gone. So that is what is going to make your key start working. All right. Now, for the very first lines of code, I do have a space bar in here. I can just take care of that right away. So let me show you guys this. If I come in here now, you see here, there's nothing about space in there. So I can always just make that up. But the code that we're meant to use for that is right here. That's it. I'm going to copy that, enter. That is the enter lines of code in there. I can copy that. I might as well use that for enter. So, but in here where I have the space, paste that in there and get rid of this. There. That is my space taken care of. Now let's go back to my design. Now double click on enter. I have 2 enters. So paste that in there. That is enter. That's taken care of right away. Now back in here, take care of the next one, and that's the next one. Double click on that, press enter, and paste as well. So the 2 enters are taken care of. Okay, the other ones, things like delete and so on. So let's go in there again. Okay, let's look at this add, subtract, and so on. So double click on add, and the code for add is going to be odd as well, but it must be in uppercase. Okay, if you want to verify that, come right in here inside the documentation they have for us here, and let's scroll right down. We should be able to see odd there somewhere. That is it. Add, subtract, multiplication, and so on. Let's grab subtract. Copy that. I'm back to my development. Double click on subtract, and right underneath here, paste, and we need to grab all of this. Subtract in there, and let's close that off. Subtract is taken care of. Now let's take care of the multiplication and the others. So double click on multiplication and just grab this, copy, come right down here, paste. That's multiplication. Change this to multiply. Yep, that is that done. And the next one, that is going to be divide. Double click on divide, paste that in there, and change this to divide. Right, all of those ones are all taken care of. That's good. Now let's do something for the numbers. As for the numbers, I'm going to select all of the numbers here. Let's select them all, including this. And let's go to the properties in here, change this to event, and inside the event I'm going to call that numbers. Okay, number pad, something like that. Okay, number pad, and press enter. There, that is the number pad, the event I intend to use. So let's create a button, and this button is the whole idea is for it to create an object for us. So this very object I'm just going to call it num, and num equals self cards, and that is going to be a button. Yeah, less than, we need to enter exponential in there. Then we now need to get a sender that will send every single data for us. There, enter semicolon. I will then use an if statement. If my number, I think, what did I call it? The number pad. Let's go in there. I need to get the name of the number pad. All right, the name is CHK number pad. So let's grab that and double click on this number. No, not the number pad, this very one. All right. Say if CHK number dash checked, and if that is true, this is what we want the system to do. We now want the system to say sender. Let's grab this, paste that in there. But we actually need all of this. Copy that again. Sender equals number dash text. Copy that. Get rid of all of this. Dash text. There. Right. So that takes care of the number. Nice and easy. All right, let's take care of the characters, alphabetic character. Let's come right down here, click on that. As for the alphabets, I'm going to repeat exactly the same thing that I did. I will select every single alphabet that we have in here. Hold on to the shift key or the control actually. Select it all. Right. All right, that's fine. I'm now going to go straight into the event. Click on the event, and I'm going to use the click event, and in there, let's give that a name. I'm just going to call it A to Z. That's it. That's the name. Press enter. And my A to Z is right here. That's the function. Okay. So in there, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to create an object button. So let's copy that, paste that in there. There. My object is created. But let's change this name to something like button or just B. B is fine. Okay, now let's come down here and use an if statement. If I say if the cap lock itself equals true, that is CHK cap lock equals true. I'm gonna grab all of this instead of typing. If it's equals true, or this is how we write, or CHK shift left equals true as well. Let's say dash equals true. Then there's another or. Let's say or CHK shift right equals true. So if it's true, what I want the system to officially do is to generate uppercase for me. So I'm going to grab all of this. Let's grab this. Well, we have to change that to uppercase though. Come right down here, open up a curly braces, paste that in here. However, B, change this to B. B is going to be uppercase. So let's say B to uppercase to upper. And that is how we change that to uppercase. Close that. Enter parentheses and get that closed. So one more bracket is required here. Now that takes care of that. So everything will become uppercase. But I need to get rid of this. Okay. So these ones will be false. And this will be false as well. That's the shift key itself. There. Else, what will happen is this will be uppercase. So grab it will be lowercase, not uppercase. Copy that. Come right down here. Else, that becomes down lowercase. Change this to lower. And there, that's it. That takes care of the alphabets. Hold on. I'm going to save it. Let's run it. Yeah. It's talking about the copied arrows and so on. So I'm going to just click on run. Okay, guys, let's try that out. Just open up a notepad. So I'm going to click on. There we go. Look at that. That's fine. So what about the numbers? Okay, as you can see, the number is now working, not until I select number lock. There we go. Number lock selected, and that is fine. Now, let's have a look at caps lock. So come in here. That's caps lock working as well. What about enter? There we go. All right, all of that is working. Space is working there. For tab is not working yet, so the difficult ones are all taken care of. Now let's take care of tab and these other the functions up here and all these other functions. Those ones are easy because the whole thing is right here. In here, if we come right here, there they are. Okay, just enter function 1, function 2, and so on. All right, minimize that. Stop the system from running. I'm going to just grab this. I'm going to grab that and change that to functions. Now, first of all, let's double click on the tab. Let's take care of the tab. And right here, enter the lines of code that I've just copied. Tab is uppercase. So enter tab in uppercase there. That is that done. Now let's take care of the numbers. I'll take care of the function first. Okay, let's take care of this as well. Double click on the escape, paste that in there and just change that. And the formula for the function for that is, the code for that is that. That is it taken care of. Let's come back into my design view. Next is the function. Double click on function 1. Change that to F1. There we go. I'm going to copy that and change that for the rest. Copy. And function number 2, double click on that. Press enter, paste. And that is function 2. Repeat the same thing for the other. Function 3. There we go. That will be 3. Okay, I'm going to speed up all of the functions. It's just changing the numbers on each function. Okay, all of the functions are taken care of. That is 4. We have 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that is fine. So let's go back to my design view now. Okay, now let's take care of these numbers. So double click on number 1. There we go. As for number 1, what we need is, we need to use as follows. Maybe we can get something to copy here. Let's come up here. Just copy. Yeah, we copy this. Let's grab it up to here. And scroll right down to number 1. That is it there. Number 1, press enter, paste. And I'm now going to change this very one, change everything in here to, let's delete that and grab all of these in here. Okay, that will be not. Okay, that is that, fine. And right inside here, that will be 1. Okay, so once the cap lock is not, if the cap lock is now pressed, the value in there will be 1. So change that to 1. There. We can get rid of this. Get rid of these as well. And that take care of number 1. Nice and easy. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Let's take care of number 2. Copy. Now double click on number 2. There. And repeat the same. Press enter, paste. That's for number 2. Number 2, we have the quotes. So that is the quote, and change this one to 2. There. Let's repeat the same for. Double click on number 3. And let's change this to pound sign here. That will become pound. And here that will be 3. There. Done. Number 4. Double click on button number 4. Paste that in there. Change this to $. And here will be 4. There. number 5 now. Double click on 5. Repeat the same. Paste. That will be percent. And here is 5. Now number 6. Double click on 6 and paste. There's something that I left out. We really don't need cap lock for this. We just need the shift key. So let's get rid of this. So number 6 is going to be the exponential sign. And here will be 6. There. You see, I've got rid of the cap lock. So I have to get rid of the cap lock for the others, really. Get rid of that. And get rid of this. This is for number 4. Get rid of number 3. Yeah, that's the disadvantage sometimes when you copy. And get rid of this as well. One more. There. Okay, that's fine now. Alright, that's 1. Yeah, copy that. Now let's take care of number 7. Now double click on 7. Come right down here, paste. Change that to the and. I think it's ampersand called, and this one will be 7. Number 8, double click on 8. Paste. 8 is the star or the multiplication sign, and 8. Number 9. Press enter, paste, and this one will be open bracket 9. There. Now let's take care of 0. Double click on 0, repeat exactly the same thing. Press enter. This is close the bracket. Enter 0 here. Alright, so okay, let's take care of this minus and space really. Okay, let's press enter, paste. So there's a minus and underscore there. The underscore first and this minus. Alright, let's save that. Now let's take care of the plus sign. With the plus sign, double click on that, and that is it for this very function. The plus sign, that will be, is that plus? Yeah, that's correct. And subtract, and that is it, all done. So all we then need to do is to take care of the backspace and so on. Now let me show you guys the code for backspace. It's just BS. You can use backspace, you can use BS, you can use BKSP. The choice is yours. So let's use BKSP. Minimize that. So let's come in here and double click on backspace. And remember, it's BKSP or anyone you want to use. The choice is yours, like I said. Paste that in there. I've just copied that. I'm going to copy this as well. Paste that right there. There we go. That's taken care of. Let's take care of home. Let's come in here. Double click on home. Paste. The home is uppercase. Remember that. Look at it right here. Home. We have down. We need to do that. Delete, and home is uppercase as well. Anyway, all the codes that you guys need is right here. That is home. So change that to uppercase. Okay, so I am going to speed up the whole process, and that is all there is to it, guys. Like I said, every single codes are right here for you guys. You saw how I actually use that. And now let's run it and see how that works. Run. Okay guys, decision time. So it's either you use the Word document or Notepad. I'm just going to use Notepad. So first thing first, let's try the shift. Click on that and let's select maybe %. There we go. Press enter. Let's see if we can get the 5. Yes, we can. 6 and so on. That is working how we want. And shift again, open a bracket, enter some value in there, shift again, there, press enter. Okay, let's tap up and delete. Click on delete. There we go. As you can see, guys, it's working how we want, right? And that is how you develop your own on-screen keyboard in Visual C++. And this is DJ's Oamen second channel, Paul Oamen. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. Please do subscribe to this channel as well. And you can also join to become a member of DJ Oamen's channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.